It's State of the WWE, episode 32. My God, we've made it here. We'll get to it in just a second.
You're watching The Joe Cronin Show.
Well, you know, the WWE has already started with the road highway references towards a pay-per-view that we talked about how ridiculous it was going to be for the last year when we saw Fastlane was the name of the pay-per-view. And we all said, oh, Fastlane to WrestleMania. And who's on the Fastlane? Are you on the Fastlane?
We're all on the fast lane.
Yeah, and then, of course, that is exactly the promo we get. And I want to throw up on myself.
Yep. It's great.
The Fastlane.
They shouldn't even done wrestling this week because NXT took over and everything else sucks by comparison.
Well, that's part of WWE, so we could talk about NXT because that was so good.
Oh my God.
I've heard a lot of people, there's an argument between whether the Divas or the NXT women's match was better or whether it was Baylor and Neville. I don't know.
I made that argument myself. I said, you know what? You could really make the argument that Fatal 4-Way might have been the best match of the night. It's really hard. I liked all three of the main matches.
Yep.
That Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens match was great. And you know what the good thing about all three of those matches? They were great for three separate reasons.
Why is that?
Like each match was great for different reasons. It was amazing.
It was so good, and it's funny because the previous NXT, I think the best match of the whole night was Charlotte versus Sasha Banks.
Yes.
So there you go. There it is again, the women stepping up and doing what they can do, and I just don't understand. I talked about this with my interview with Marina, Marina. With Marina. We had Marina Saukai on this week. No, we had Maria, the first lady of ROH and the former WWE diva, Maria. The interview is up right now on iTunes and on SoundCloud for free if you want the audio version. If you want to check out the video version, the full video version, 45 minutes, that's on Joe Cronin Show right now. You can purchase it there. But we talked about the Divas and why doesn't it translate? Why can't they do more on WWE TV? And I guess she was trying to say that, you know, they're more nervous on Raw, so they don't let them go as long because they'll screw up. And she also mentioned that she thought, you know, Charlotte couldn't prove herself, and that's why maybe she could get better. That's why she had to go down to NXT. But I didn't really understand that. I don't agree with that. I think they did a flawless, amazing match in NXT. I think they would do that up on the main roster.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy that they're more nervous on the roster. I think that there's just a lack of really, really good talent up there on the main roster in the Divas division. And hopefully when these top four girls from NXT come up, we're going to see if they're not doing anything, then we know that it is 100% on the booking and there's something really bad going on within the WWE. But I don't know if that's going to be the case because when we've had really good women's wrestlers, they've excelled. They've gone to the top. So hopefully that'll happen again when we get the influx of Charlotte and Bayley and Sasha Banks and even Becky Lynch, who impressed the shit out of me. Emma didn't work. They gave her a bad gimmick and it didn't work. And I think she sucks anyway.
I never got that whole thing. But she was like kind of like Adam Rose was to me. I was like, this is weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's too much PG stuff going on anyway, and that's why it sort of doesn't work. It's kind of why it sort of did work though for a little while. Like people thought it was cute, but then it was like there's nowhere to go after it. It's just yay, evolution, and like let's all do this dance. But then it kind of didn't go, like you said, it stopped after that. She had to do more after that.
Yeah, there's certain aspects of the PG era that don't really translate and work well. It's because some people are designated for comedy. But when you talk PG, the argument kind of becomes null and void when you go, wait a second, NXT is PG, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched one of the most brutal matches I've seen in probably the past 10 years, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and there was not a drop of blood, not one chair shot, no tables breaking, and it was absolute brutal just out of ring psychology alone. It was amazingly well done. And you see, it shows that you can do these things in the PG era. It's not about the PG rating. It's really not. You just have to do better things.
Right. It's about the quality of what they're doing. It doesn't. Sure. Right. You can. It's just harder for them to do it. But it's not the excuse that gets lost for me is when Triple H says that, you know, we get 3 hours to write for a show and we don't know, we can't fit everything. We can't seem to always make that perfect. Well, it's like, well, I can make it a little better. How about instead of 6 minutes of garbage, you give us a 25-minute Divas match and show off these girls who can actually wrestle, some of them.
I think Raw might be more structured by sponsorships and outside influences than we know.
That's what Maria said. That's exactly what Maria said.
See, I haven't even heard the entire interview yet, but I'll bet you that's what's happening.
She said that.
Because it would explain it. It would explain things a lot more than just them saying, fuck it. Because I'm sorry, I can't believe in my heart of hearts that they're just like, you know what, 2 minutes of Divas time, that's all you're getting screwed. I think there has to be something correlating in the back that's dictating these moves.
Yeah. I mean,
you would think. You would think. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. But
well, we're waiting for Fastlane to come. It's not this week. It's the week after.
Next Sunday.
And I think I don't know what it's going to be. I don't think it's going to. I think everybody's just looking forward to Daniel Bryan Reigns because what's going to happen?
Well, because they built them really well. The only thing that was worth a friggin' damn on SmackDown was the interaction between Bryan and Reigns. That's getting very interesting.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a cool match. I'm also really interested in the Triple H Sting situation.
Yeah. I mean, I think that. I'm interested when it goes to WrestleMania. I'm not interested in it now as much. Because he's just going to come out. What's he going to do?
I think he's going to drop him again. I think he's going to definitely drop Triple H again.
You think so? Mm.
Yeah, I think. Or maybe Triple H is going to pedigree him.
I'm waiting for when he talks. Because for a year I've said Sting's angle was going to be Sting comes in at SummerSlam, wrestles Triple H, and the whole feud will be, you buried all my friends and you buried the company that I helped build or whatever. And there's their feud. And then he goes to get The Undertaker at WrestleMania. But instead we got... It's obviously that we got Sting versus Triple H, but at WrestleMania and not SummerSlam. So,
if you paid attention on Raw, though, Triple H made a lot of references to the WCW thing too, which means you might be right. That might be the angle they're doing between Sting and Triple H because Triple H brought it up. It took you 13 years to come here after I put your company out of business. I mean, he made direct reference to it. So I mean, it could be a really interesting story.
Right, and it would be cool. I was worried about it. Like, imagine if they did they brought back all the WCW wrestlers they could find in a lumberjack thing outside the ring, Sting and Triple H in the middle.
What was that? High Voltage, the tag team, High Voltage. Let's get them out there.
Yeah, they'll do their finishing maneuver on Triple H when the referee gets knocked out, and at the end of everyone will come and take a shot on him.
Yeah, and then the last thing is Disco Fever, Disco Fever. Then he comes and hits the chart buster on him, and Stone Cold comes out and gets pissed off because he stole his move.
No, before Disco gets there, what will happen is Fandango will come out and take him out just because.
That's right.
And then they have a rivalry.
That's right. You could have. WWE can go ahead and get Hurricane Helms to come out, and then as the Hurricane's there, then you can have Glacier come out.
Yeah.
The entire fucking stadium just goes blue and it starts fucking snowing like it did, and everyone didn't know what to do back in the 90s. They were like, why is it snowing in the arena? Why is there a Mortal Kombat guy here? Maybe it would work now.
That was 1993 WWE what they were doing there, which is so funny. They did the exact thing that was putting the other company out of business that allowed them to do what they were doing. They went and tried to do that. Didn't make any sense. We only got about a few minutes left in this capped time that we have to record because of YouTube.
We're at about 10 minutes now. About 9 minutes we've been going.
I mean, WCW was in a movie studio with a lot of movie stars around. And speaking of movie stars, have you heard of this guy, Sal Rastegar?
I have. I know who Sal Rastegar is.
How do you know him?
Well, because I've been seeing these incredible ads about this guy. He's an incredible actor.
Well, if you look him up on his website or on YouTube, Sal Rastegar, this dude is one badass looking villain, an actor. Yeah. I mean, he could be a good guy, but this guy is definitely. He's got that look, dude, that pierces through your soul. He knows something about your family, and he's been in some pretty cool movies, and I think this guy is got to be number one for villain in the next big movie or one of the next movies that comes out. I mean, if you're looking for someone who's, scary and a good actor and buff and can play younger or older, I mean, the dude is phenomenal. SalRastegar.com. I was checking it out the other day. I think that if Sal Rastegar could go to the WWE and get in the ring with like Triple H. I think that would be. I want to see that.
Gold. It would be good. Sal Rastegar. He's got the name already. Sal Rastegar.
Yeah.
Come on.
Triple H. Sal Rastegar. Like they show him working out in the gym, and then Triple H, and he can act already, so he can act like he's coming into the WWE, as a movie star to prove that he's tough, that he can beat up Triple H. Yep. Oh, go check him out. SalRastegar.com. This guy has to face a WWE superstar, and he's in some pretty good movies.
Hashtag Rastegar WWE. Make it happen.
There you go. But hey, I want to be a star too, so maybe I can be in a movie with Sal Rastegar.
Maybe you could.
Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, let's just go into Raw real quick before our time runs out here on YouTube and State of the WWE number 32.
32, yeah.
Jeez. What's going to happen on Raw? I think it's going to be a very bad Raw this week. I have a bad...
The go-home show, I'm hoping worried. It's not going to, but it's shaping up to be that way because it looks like there's going to be a lot of focus on Big Show because he turned yet again, kind of. I mean, he did turn on Kane. So,
but wait, how's he turn? I mean, he's already heel, so is he like...
He punched Kane in the face. He knocked him out in the middle of the match.
So he's still heel, but now he's going heel on heel.
I'm not sure. I think this is what they're doing. They're going to have Kane. This is what we're going to get for WrestleMania, Kane and Big Show. Or it's going to be Kane and Big Show for Fastlane. They're going to set that up. Because the card is kind of flimsy. There's not a lot of matches on there. So expect Kane and Big Show to be set up for Fastlane. Well, because apparently the Authority is going to deal with the Big Show's actions on Raw.
I figured it was going to be weak, but I mean, this is... You got Daniel Bryan and Reigns, and then, I mean, we get John Cena versus Rusev.
Yeah. I forgot about that match.
Wouldn't that be cool if that match opened the show?
I think there's a possibility of that happening.
Well, that'd be cool. Because there's not a lot. It's almost like booked like a Royal Rumble pay-per-view right now. Like there's these few matches, and then there's going to be the Rumble, so that's why there's nothing else.
I think the tag titles are being defended. I think the Usos are defending against Kid and Cesaro.
That's cool.
Is Bad News Barrett going to defend against Ambrose? I think that's possible.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's probably happening. That's going to end up being. You may get that match ending stupidly to carry their feud.
Just to set it up for Mania.
Right. Something weird could happen there, and I wouldn't be surprised. And that's
we got the Divas title.
The Divas Championship.
Well, I'm thinking Paige is going to take the belt off of Nikki. And set up whatever her feud's going to be. I'm more convinced of it now. Paige is taking the belt off.
Really? That's wild.
Yeah, because they need a good Divas match for Mania. Whether it be Paige and friggin' AJ or Paige and maybe Charlotte. I know that's a stretch, but...
Nah, they're not going to.
I know they're not, but...
Because of what they did to Charlotte on Raw and how they're bringing her up, it's just, I feel like that ain't going to happen. It should happen. But it's not going to be what they do.
I got one quick interesting thing I wanted to bring up, but I know we got to go. Sami Zayn, he is not booked at any of the next 4 tapings for NXT. Now, there's some speculation he might be brought up to the main roster before WrestleMania. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I thought he would be doing the NXT thing before WrestleMania, like during WrestleMania, they do a big thing. But yeah, you could have him like in the pre-show or something. That'd be cool. But I don't think you're going to see that. Or there'll be like a Battle Royal or something like that. I don't know. State of the WWE number 32. You got any other thoughts real quick? We got about a minute.
Yeah, Rikishi in the Hall of Fame is a joke.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's an absolute joke. It's a travesty. It's a mockery. It's a trap sham awkward. God damn it, I can't even
I said I think they want Reigns to induct him. That's why, like, get Roman Reigns up there.
Didn't they already announce who's inducting him? I believe it's his sons.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, that makes more sense, I guess. Yeah. I'm stupid.
Yeah, it's okay, though. I'm here for you.
Well, it's connecting to the whole family thing, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. They're really kissing the Samoa's ass right now.
China won't be there, I know that.
That's very true.
Well,
you made sure of that.
Well, guys, spend the rest of Valentine's Day night with us and Maria on JoeCronenShow.com. You can buy the entire interview, 40-minute interview with Maria. It's up on JoeCronenShow.com in video form. You can go ahead and get it for yourself, watch the entire thing on video, see her on camera, see me on camera, and us talk about everything that is wrestling right now from her point of view and my point of view. And then, of course, if you want to listen to it on iTunes, it's up on iTunes now for free. Thanks for watching State of the W number 32, and check out the co-host, The Dead on Dave, on YouTube, youtube.com/TheDeadOnDave, and right here, JoeCroninShow.com. We'll see you later.